Peacework Guidebook Unpacked. Episode 9. The Conflict Tree. Incompatibility between various groups' needs, wishes, goals results in behavior that we can describe. Such conflicts can sometimes lead to violent confrontation. This has effects on people, their relationships, and the society. To visualize information and linkages between different pieces of information, practitioners often use the image of a tree. The tree's roots are hidden underground. The roots are used to symbolize the underlying factors that result in an actual issue. The tree's stem is used to symbolize the issue or problem that divides people and creates tension among them. The issue itself and how people act upon it, how they handle the problem, has consequences and effects. The tree's branches, twigs, leaves, but also flowers and fruits are used to symbolize these effects or consequences of conflict. This is a fairly simple and straightforward visualization of how people perceive the causal relationships between underlying factors, which may not always be obvious, the issue or problem they cause, and the effects of how people handle the issue. How is it commonly used? This tool is often used in an interactive session, where participants discuss either a case study or a context with which they are all familiar. In most cases, people begin to discuss what is immediately visible, for example, the breakdown of communication and relationship, avoidance, anger and violent behavior, destruction, injuries, and so on. Participants use pieces of paper or cards to write down what they have found. The pieces of paper or cards are then spread on the floor or a big table for everyone to see. Then participants discuss relationships between the things they found and noted. Is something a cause? Is it an effect or consequence of something? Which of the cards describes the issue or problem best? At this stage, the image of a tree is used to arrange the cards. There will be some cards that participants quickly agree where to place. There will be other cards which participants will want to place in different spots. For example, perhaps there is a card some participants interpret as a cause, others as the issue. In this case, the facilitator may ask participants to place the card initially as a cause, and then discuss how the other cards would have to be rearranged. Then they ask participants to place the card on the stem as the issue and reflect how the other cards will have to be rearranged. The objective of using this tool is not to achieve consensus. Rather, it is to open participants' minds to reflect more systematically about different perceptions. Conflict tree strengths and limitations. Strengths: brings to the surface unseen issues in a conflict situation in a cause and effect way. Focuses attention on the core issue or problem. Visualize perceived causal relationships between causes, problem, and effects. Facilitates decision-making about priorities concerning addressing the conflict issue or problem. Helps perceive the focus of our own activities relative to the cause-problem-effect chain. Helps answer the question, are we addressing the problem or any of the causes, or are we simply treating symptoms and effects? Limitations: requires participants to be focusing on the same conflict. Focuses primarily on actors' attitudes, to a lesser extent their behavior, and only partially on the context factors. Needs to be combined with other tools more focused on context analysis to get to the conflict-driving factors and prioritizing options to tackle them. Does not tackle the time dimension of a conflict. Next episode: needs, interests, positions. Thank you for watching.